sometimes we may need to add some properties to enable us to access the application system directory as the home directory for the application, uh, like we did here in the application system database. We need to have access to the directory that contains the database. We need to make use of this property. But if we wish to access the system directory for the application, we also have to set a property like we did here. And I would like to set that property here immediately after creating the application system directory. That is immediately after getting the URL for this application system directory. So I'm gonna type system dot set property, which requires a key and a value. The key is gonna be app dot system dot home, and the value is gonna be the application system directory and not the user home directory. Okay, so the user home directory is already predefined in the system. Once you say system.get property and pass in user home, you can always get the user home directory, or you simply get the root directory of the system. Okay, and the next thing I would like us to do is to write some methods that will enable us to easily gain access to these two properties we've just set into the system. So the first method I would like to write is the method that will enable us to access the app.system.home property, which is the same as getting the application system directory. So I'm gonna call this method, it has to be public so that it can be accessible within the entire application. So public string get app system directory. So if we wish to maybe save image files, configuration files that the application is using, log files and all that, we can make use of the get app system directory method, which will return a string containing the application system directory that was set over here. Okay, so what we'll simply do is to simply return system dot get property, then we pass in the key, which is gonna be this app.system.home. I'm gonna simply copy that, paste it over here. That's it for this method. The next method that we're gonna create is the public string as well as the above method, but this one to enable us to get the database directory. So again, we had set a system property called app.system.database, and we can get that property anytime we wish by returning system dot get property, that's a string as a key, and that property is going to be app.system.database. The last thing I would like us to do for now in this resource manager is to invoke these two methods, because without invoking them, all these setting the reading the configuration the properties file and setting all these properties and directories will not take effect. So what we're going to do is to invoke the first method, set db properties, So I'm gonna say this dot set db properties, and we have an unreported exception array exception that must be caught or declared to be thrown. And I like to handle the exception here. So I'm gonna put a try catch block. So I'm gonna put this in the try block. Then I'm gonna catch what was the section that was meant to be thrown. I think we were supposed to catch an IO exception. I'm gonna call my IO exception XCP, and what we're gonna do is simply to spit out the stack trace. So I'm gonna say XCP dot print stack trace in case any exception occurs. We can print a stack trace using the standard error output from system.err. Recall that the system.err is the standard error output stream. Okay. And so that's it for the resource manager. Okay, that's another day. The next thing we need to do is to add invoke this method as well, because it's very necessary. So I'm gonna say this that create user system directories. Create that one as well. And didn't throw any exception, but the problem can also be invoked in the try catch block. So I think we can call it a day for this video tutorial, this particular video. So that's it for the resource manager. Hope to see you in the next video, and I hope you found this informative, and thanks for viewing.